In my opinion, self-care is the most important thing and the most important practice everyone should do. Most of us don't focus on self-care enough, on practicing self-care every single day, and we often get distracted with all the obligations we need to do, all the to-do lists, all the tasks waiting for us, people who depend on us, and we often forget about ourselves, and it's taking its toll on our mental health and our productivity, and our entire lives suffer because we don't have a strong self-care practice. In today's video, I'm going to give you the simple formula that you can apply to your own life so that you can practice self-care and commit to yourself and reap the benefits that come from self-care and self-love. Remember that this is a practice. It takes daily effort into building the routines and building consistency, but the rewards are beyond and so beneficial. So please, if you're someone who doesn't have a clear understanding of what self-care is, you watch this video till the end so that you can have a grasp of how you can implement more self-care activities on different areas of your life. Before I dive into it, hi, I'm Milena and I'm a mindset coach and a mentor, and I help people shift their minds, shift their actions, and shift their life. You can find me on Instagram. Please send me a DM so that you can schedule your free call if you're interested in working with me. I will be happy to get to know you and see how can I bring more value to your life. The first thing I would like to say about self-care and self-love practices, especially all the Pinterest and Tumblr posts about self-care and different misconceptions about self-care. Self-care isn't splurging money or indulging yourself, just putting a face mask and going to the spa or whatever it can be, but the base of self-care is really filling your own cup and meeting your own needs. And that doesn't mean splurging on something that you want, or it doesn't mean to eat the entire chocolate cake, because these things can, even though we want to do those things, can be a kind of self-sabotage, because we are not really taking care of ourselves, and I will explain more in this video. So whenever something takes away from your well-being, from your health, from your budget, from your whatever it is that is in one of the areas of your life, like chocolate cake, oh, I worked out for a month, I deserve to just eat everything in front of me. It doesn't really logically make sense, because you are kind of undoing the things you did, and that reward is not really reward. You can reward yourself in different ways that actually fulfill your needs. I'm not saying that eating junk food or eating cake or chocolate is bad. I do it as well. But justifying something as a reward or as a means of self-care is not really what self-care is all about. It depends on your values, and that is the first thing I want to talk about. If you haven't watched this video where I share my tips for making New Year's resolutions, please check it out. I will link the video in the description. But in this video, the first thing I mentioned is values and finding your own unique values and what matters to you in your life. These values translate well into the areas of your wellness. And your wellness can be different from other people, and it should be. So please research values, find your values, and keep them in mind as you watch this video. So, going through the areas of wellness, you're going to identify your values within that category. And the areas of wellness are emotional, spiritual, physical, social, intellectual, creativity, security, and purpose. And these areas of wellness are going to be the basic structure of your wellness routine. So in each area of wellness, you should have your values. For example, the first thing, emotional. Emotional, it can be different things. It can be kindness, love, compassion, connection, feeling seen, feeling heard. Whatever those values are, emotional values are for you, you can put that into this category. What this means is that you have the values that you need in your life, and then see where you're lacking. How do you feel emotionally, and what is that thing that you are lacking, and focus on those things. For example, if you feel disconnected from other people, it can usually mean that you're disconnected from yourself. So everything that is reflected on the outside world, you should see it as a clue that something inside needs to be filled. So something inside is asking for your attention. So if you want more love and you don't feel enough love, maybe you should focus on yourself and give that love to yourself. And if you're feeling like, if your value is compassion and you feel like you're lacking that, maybe you're not being compassionate with yourself lately. Maybe you've been judging yourself and being hard on yourself. So really take notice on your values and the list of the emotional needs, and really figure out, how can I give these things to myself? So my most important tip for this category, emotional category, is really self-talk. How do you talk to yourself daily? And really noticing if you're putting yourself down, and instead try and catch yourself when you do that, and just focus on try and build yourself up. Try and reprogram those thoughts that come up about yourself. If you, for example, don't like the way you look, and you start criticizing yourself, just catch yourself when you do that, and start and focus on all the things you like about yourself and all the things you think are beautiful about yourself, and just start and shift in that direction. You can journal as well. That helped me. When my inner critic is really active, I can just put it on paper and then take myself out of the situation and look at myself objectively, and then I can just respond with self-compassion and with self-love. Just imagine that you are your best friend, your biggest supporter, and then act as if you were that to yourself. So it takes practice, but it's something that is truly important. The next category is spiritual, and this can vary depending on your values and what type of person are you. Even if you don't consider yourself a spiritual person, just what is that to you that connects you to the bigger picture? Ask those types of questions. Are you connected, feeling connected when you are in nature? What is it that connects you to the universe and to the bigger picture? This can also be mindfulness, meditation, and it doesn't have to be meditation. You can just focus on being more mindful every day and just be present whatever you're doing. So if you are eating, just focus on the taste, on the meal in front of you, and don't watch something while you're eating, and just focus on that. When you're talking to someone, don't pick up your phone, and just really pay attention. And those little things can make you feel more connected. Also, practicing your intuition, practicing to listen to yourself and that gut feeling is also something that can expand your spiritual capacity. And the next category is physical, and each of these categories are super important to practice every day. Have some time for each of the category on this list, because you want to feel fulfilled and whole in all areas of your life. Are you eating nutritious foods and healthy foods? Are you treating your body with respect and fueling it so that it can perform better for you? Are you exercising regularly? Are you doing yoga or running or walking, whatever that is for you, dancing, whatever it is, just moving your body? Are you getting enough sleep? Those are things that are really important for us to feel good and to be more happy in life and to be more focused, productive, and just to optimize our bodies so they can perform for us. It's not about aesthetics, it's just focusing on how you feel and really knowing yourself and knowing what works for your mental health. And because all these categories are connected, not one is more important than the other. So really pay attention to all the categories. Don't just go all out on one thing. Just balance is key. So is with exercise and eating healthy. So I'm not saying not to indulge once in a while, but remember that is not self-care. But taking care of your body and your mind and your well-being in that way with nutritious food, with exercise, that is a true reward in my opinion. The next category is social wellness, and this is our friendships, our romantic relationships, our family, our community, like our neighbors, everything. And this is super important, especially in today's day and age where we're so isolated and disconnected from each other, and really scheduling time to reconnect with old friends, meeting new people, whatever it is, just helping others and being social more, not online. I mean, you can, but face to face, if you can, is so beneficial to our wellness, and it's taking care of ourselves because we feel more connected. We are social beings, and being around people is something that can mirror us and really give us that feedback from others. So take time to schedule your social time with the loved ones. The next category is growth wellness, and this is mental or intellectual wellness. Humans are innately always trying to grow, learn, and improve, and that's something that is built within us, because when we reach one goal, we say what's next and just plan for another goal and another. So this is something that is really natural to us and we should embrace, because I truly believe that one of the meanings of life is just constantly growing, because the universe is always growing and expanding, and so should we. And I believe that's why we have that burning desire for growth, and that is a beautiful thing in my opinion. So really learning every day is something that is going to be so important if you want to get anywhere in life, and not just that, but really make you more knowledgeable and more interesting person. So reading and listening to podcasts, watching documentaries, learning new skills, and just trying to improve yourself every single day is so important and beneficial for your wellness in that area. The next category is creativity, and this is something I believe everyone should practice. But if you consider yourself not a creative person, then maybe this is not as valuable to you. But I still believe you should try this, because creativity is also linked to that play and growth mindset. When we were children, we were always exploring and always experimenting, and we had like wild imaginations. We were always so creative, and I think that is innate in humans as well. Life happens and we grow older. We sometimes forget that, and I think it's important to cultivate that part of our wellness. So taking time to just play, just feel free, to be free, to experiment, to just do the things that make you feel free and alive, and just do the things for the sake of doing it, not asking yourself, what is this going to bring me in the future? Why am I doing this? You're doing it just because you like doing it, and just allow yourself to have those moments in your schedule that you can just experiment, just play, let the creative juices to flow. And I think that is a really important practice. So let me know in the comments if you have anything that you want to try, anything that you've been wanting to try and to express your creativity in a certain way, but it's always been like, I don't have time, I'm pushing it aside. I'm challenging you to do that thing this week and just do it and not think about it and just try it out. Because we will never have time, there will never be a perfect time, but just making sure we have time for our wellness and just practicing these self-care habits can make a huge difference in our life. The next category is security wellness, and this is more practical, but it's so important. Just like we have like a need for freedom, we also have a need for security, and this is your financial security. It's your house, like the place you live in. It's the community, the area you live in. Is it safe? The family you live in, like the people you live with, and also your work and stability you have in your life, and how much can you be certain that you will be okay? A lot of people are just working day to day and don't have those security measures that can make a huge difference in their mental health and just free up some burden from their lives. And this can be have a savings account for at least 6 months in the future. So if you lost your job or something happened like last year, you are certain that you will be okay, and that takes away that mental pressure and you have that security. So things like that you build a system that you can build passive incomes or have a support group like your community that you are certain that have your back. And security is so important so that we can fly and be free and have that launching pad so that we can feel connected and grounded and just secure enough to take off and take on new challenges. And the last category I have for wellness is purpose. What is your life's purpose? And this is more like a question. If you haven't brainstormed your purpose yet, if you don't know, that is okay. And I just want you to start and think about it, because really aligning all those values that you have and thinking about the bigger goal and the bigger theme in your life, what that is something you should be working on. And then you can have a clear path to where you want to go, why, and how you're gonna get there. So whatever impact you want to have in the world and for the people around you, that should be something, that question should always be in your mind, so that you can work on finding that path for you. Actively working on that finding that answer is going to be beneficial and make you more mentally strong, more mentally clear, and just more in tune with yourself, and that is practicing self-care as well. So in conclusion, this has been a long video. In conclusion, all these categories are just equally important to your overall wellness, and I want you to go through each of the categories and just put your values in all the categories of the wellness, so that you can have an overview and just see, okay, I have to work on this. I don't have this in my life enough. I'm lacking in this category. Whatever those areas are for you, you start and commit to implementing them in your life on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and put it in your calendar and just dedicate yourself to doing those things, promising yourself that you're gonna take care of yourself, because you have to fill up your own cup. It's great to have supportive people around us, people who love us, but we always need to meet our needs halfway at least, so that we don't rely on other people. It's super, super important. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like, and if you're new, subscribe so that you don't miss my next upload. And please let me know in the comments, what are you committing to working on? What self-care practices are you implementing in your life? And what area of your life needs work the most? Again, don't forget to send me a DM on Instagram if you want to schedule your free coaching call, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.